Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Jolie's Tea Time. So in my tea time, we're not just gonna drink tea, because I know you wouldn't want to see me drinking tea the whole episode. So we're just gonna do something interesting every episode. In today's episode, I'm gonna show you how to make a clay figure of Hatsune Miku. Let's start! So, to prepare for clay Hatsune Miku, these are some of the things we will need. First is this wire to be the skeleton, like how I use with this tree or this flower. It will help hold the figure standing up. And we also should have this smaller wire. It will help with smaller parts of the body, like hands and arms, to help it move more easily. Like this figure I made from a long time ago for my animation. The big wires is inside here to help the figure stand, and the small wire help the hands and the arms move. So let's just sit the princess over here. Next we're gonna need some aluminum foil. This will help us save clay and be the strong core for the figure. And finally, of course, clay. I'm just gonna set this on the side so that it won't look so messy on the table. It would be more helpful if you have some clay molding tool. This comes with the kit I bought. It's really convenient. Okay, let's get to the first step, making the skeleton. Okay, the first step is to make the skeleton for Hatsune Miku so that she can stand strong and not wobbling or like fall apart. Usually before I do every like figure sculpture with clay like this or this, I would sketch out the thing that I want, because this is the original Hatsune Miku. Really complicated to make, right? So I will draw the chibi version. So in that process, I know what shapes to make, and I simplified it. So this is my version of Hatsune Miku. Hope I will not get copyrighted. Okay, let's start with the skeleton. So I'm gonna use this wire. We're not gonna make her legs because it's small, right? And it's not gonna hold the whole figure. So we're just gonna make all the way down to the dress, like this, like we have the dress. So I'm just gonna work together to make a flat and steady body going up like this. So she stands strong when we put clay on, like this. And this is the body. It kind of looks like a triangle. And this is for the head. I think this is long enough. And we will also need this or really sharp scissors to help us cut these wire. Okay everybody, welcome back to Jolie's Tea Time, episode 1, Hatsune Miku. Sorry for the background dropping, I just fixed it. Accidents happen all the time. Okay, let's get back to our work. So this is the figure. Just gonna make it small. And this is her shoulder. And the part sticking up, it's to hold her head. Now, we're gonna need some aluminum foil just so that we can help quicker bending. Usually how I do it, I would just curl it together and put it inside. There's a lot of ways you can do this, but I do it my way. So that it will hold. Open it up, wrap around my super small picker. I hope you can see it clearly. So I just have to go back and shoot it. So I'm just going to sweep it together like this. This is it, wet. And like dilly ho. We will also need something for her head. Because I'm gonna make a chibi version of her. So I'm just gonna make a big head. Here's his screws, we can hold up here. It might look weird now, but trust the process. It's art here. Trust the process. Yeah, really want to show you that. Wrap it around. Oops, the head fell off. Don't worry, we will come back to the head. But yeah, basically, this is our skeleton. Make her stand strong. This is basically it, and then we put the head on. We're also gonna need her arms, so let's get back to the head later, don't worry guys. So that's why I make two shoulders hooked out like this. You can see we have two things like this, so later on you can wrap a smaller wire to make the hands. Let's do it right now. Not gonna need it really long, but leave some space so that we can wrap it properly. Properly, like around the neck. So I can push it like this, right? And then put through with some wire. So it's extend like this. There we go. Then the other part can just wrap around, make it to hold. Yeah, it's really small. Alright. Do the same thing with the other arm. And here's our little arms. If possible, we should get the wire to wrap around the whole figure to hold it up straight like this. Okay, here we have the outline skeletons of Hatsune Miku. Trust the process. Okay, next is the clay. Welcome back, guys. Now, after we have this whole skeleton, we're gonna start creating Hatsune Miku using the clay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miku. Okay, so for her skins, we're gonna go through this step by step by analyzing my Hatsune Miku that I got. For the skin, let's start with the head. For the skin, I'm just gonna use white because she has really well, and that is good. I'm gonna take the head off. We get a piece of white clay and we're gonna make it round. If we stick the whole head up here, it's gonna be heavy and the thing wobbles. You know how we can fix this? You can use a clay part, this is brown, that you don't need, to create a platform for her. So we're just gonna make it flat, steady on the ground, like this. Then stick wattles on top. Like this. There we go. Much more steady and water's not gonna wobble every single time. I also did it with my other princess because you see she has an orange shirt inside of her really dress. To not make it really affect the model later on, we can just clean it up a little bit, make it let down so it's not like the effect of a dress, a skirt dress spreading around. Look out, as you can see. Yeah, and as I say, the whole clay wobbles a little bit. So I'm just gonna use this aluminum forehead and create a thin skin for her. This will help us save the clay and shape it according to our preference. So for the bottom part of the head, I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger so it looks like chibi, and the top part a little bit, and I'm just gonna push it down here. See? Now she has her head. And now, after the head, we will continue to make her hair. So I don't have the exact color of this hair, but we can mix match color to create it. I think this green and the blue, I already tried. I'm always testing out before we actually do it. This is close enough to me. So yeah. And now let's look at her head. So her hair, or her bangs, we have this two part that looks like leaves, and this small part, and this two little more hair for the bangs like me. So let's make that. This is the hand, we just sit it here for the hair. First, it's gonna go from the smaller part to the bigger one. Just gonna lay it down a little bit like a leaf. Like get the small part round, make a small round thing, and then you hold it like this until it gets pointy, like a leaf. Okay, and now you stick it in the middle of our Hatsune Miku head, like this. Continue to do the two bigger sides. You make two other leaves. You make a circle, this, and then you flatten it by press it, and you pull it out, like this. The tip here is that usually you make it a little bit bigger so you can blend it together. That's how I make my princess bangs too. Then we stick it on to the head. Like this. Yeah, let's make it a little bit bigger. And then we shape it like a leaf. Like a leaf. And we stick it onto her head. Here, do the same thing with the other side. Make a circle, pull it out like a leaf. Oh look, Hatsune Miku has had the bangs. For the top of the head part, you can smooth it out by using this tool. Just gently press it together. Or you can just use your finger. Press gently, gently every time. And you need this small two part on the side of the ear as well. So it's just a teeny tiny clay piece and stick it in. Here now my Hatsune Miku has the bangs. Usually I'm just gonna pull the bangs up to create the layer and stick the smaller part underneath it. Put the hair down and make it curl a little bit just to make it more 3D. And then here we go, bangs for my Hatsune Miku. Then you're just gonna have to wrap the back of her head with this mix and match blue and green. You make a flat piece like this, and then you put it on the head. To blend in with the other part, just simply gently push down and push down. And for the excessive part, don't worry about it. We can just cut it, tear it off. So we'll try to make it cover the whole head like this. So it wouldn't look bald, you know. And here we go. Now she has the hair. Alright. Okay. So hey guys, welcome back. And after the time skip, we took a little bit of time skip so that we can make more clay so that we can move on to make Hatsune Miku 2 big pigtails. Pigtails with minor pigtails, okay. And after we finish the head with hair and bangs, let's start with the making pigtails. Okay, so for it, the easiest way to do it is to get a junk and then roll it out with forces more on one side to create the star, and the other side you should let it make it a little bit bigger. So let's look at the hair is flowing. Here it's gonna look like this, and to make it even better, just gonna shake the end a little bit so it's look like the hair. Imagine it's like a banana. It does look like a banana though, like this, and then we can stick it onto her head. Like this. You can smooth out the connection using some finger and gently pressing down. Or you can also use the tool to spread down this. And there we have it. The first size over here. Okay, and let's just do the same thing for the other part. Actually, let's make it a little bit longer. It's more flowy. Gently press the end to make more flowy. And I'm gonna place it over here. We smooth out the part. There we have it. And let's do the same thing for the other side. We get a piece and then we roll it out. It's long, two sides smaller than the rest. Then we stick it onto the head. And we smoothen out connection. If you want to make it even more realistic, you can use the tools, scratch on it to create hair texture. Of course, after you have already smoothed it out. Yay! And we're done with the hair. What else should we do? She's also have the two headphones and the hair accessories. For that we're just gonna need black. And for the headphones, you just have to make two round circles. And let's pull the hair up a little bit and put in the headphones. Really gentle. Really gentle. Like this. And then we do the same thing with the other side. Tricky part, her hair accessory, which is really hard to make. After we have the two earphones, let's do the hair accessory. So how I'm gonna do this, that I'll take a really small piece of black and I roll it out into a super thin line. Make a super thin line. Of course, we can't make the exact same square hair accessory. Kind of replicate it a little bit. Just gonna make it. So we're gonna attach it to one part and wrapped it around the hair like this. And you can even make it loose and stand up a little bit to make it look like this, where they would stand alone, not touching the whole hair. Like this. And we do the same thing for the other side. Get a really small piece of black and roll it until it's super thin. Yes, thin. And we wrap it around here. It's okay if it's not standing. You can just do it again really quick. And use a tool to stick in. Leave the hair right here. Stand up a little bit right here. Okay, here we go. Not the best, but not really bad. Okay, now after we have the head, shape it with the sticker. Okay, so now we are done with the head. She looks fantastic. Okay, next we're gonna make her body and outfit.